me to find out that I am not going to take anything off. I'm so glad to be here. At my age, I am glad to be anywhere. I am 81 years old. You didn't hear the best part. I have no expiration date. I may not be hot in Cleveland, but I'm smoking in Burbank. The doctor did tell me that I should slow down on my sex life. He told me if I didn't, that I might end up having to use a walking stick. Just this morning I was fixing boiled eggs for husband Hank. He came in the kitchen and I said, Hank, you got to make love to me. You got to make love to me this very minute. And he did. Right there on the kitchen table. And when it was all over, he said, wow, what was that all about? I said, the egg time is broken. His eggs softball. I've been married to that man for 57 years. Thank you very much. Actually, it's 58 if you count that year we spent in the back seat of his car. I just love being married. So much fun to have that one person in your life to aggravate. I have to tell you though, after you've been married a while, the passion in your relationship kind of starts to dwindle. All of a sudden, you wake up one morning and you look over and you realize, I am sleeping with a relative. But he's got a full head of hair, all his own teeth, and no restrictions on his driver's license. What is not to love? And we're in pretty good health. We have a little CRS. Does everybody know what CRS is? Nobody knows what CRS is?
Cold roast still.
What did you say?
Cold roast still.
Cold roast.
You know what? that guy who hollered out, I know you love Tuesdays, my oldest son, but I think you're worse. CRS stands for Can't Remember Shit. Some mornings I wake up and my mind is in such a fog, I'm sure somebody puts the delete key. And those people that we send to Washington, they all suffer from it. After we elect them, they get up there and they forget why we sent them there in the first place. And I keep telling Hank, it's not that I've lost my memory, I just can't remember where I put it. That was my oldest son. We raised 4 boys. My oldest son is the loudest, obviously. We raised 4 boys, and I was a fantastic mother.
Yeah! Yeah!
Until I had kids. All my kids boys are raised in a broken home. They broke everything in sight. And they kept threatening to run away from home, and it was that very thought that kept hanking me going all through the And I took them everywhere, but they just kept coming back. And they all grew to be over 6 feet tall, and they were always challenging each other. One day I caught all 4 boys in the bathroom. You're getting ahead of me. I caught them in the bathroom competing. They were competing to see whose strength could go the farthest. I was appalled, and I ran to tell husband Hank, and he gave me that's my boy's smile. He said, "What did you do?" I said, "I hit the ceiling." He said, "You win." But we all have our frustrating days. When I have one of those days, on my way home I stop off at my neighborhood pharmacy. And I buy one of those home pregnancy kits. And when I get home, I take it. And then no matter what happens the rest of the day, I can say, well, at least I'm not pregnant. Well, the boys are all grown now, and they never call me. They say they're too busy. And I say, you know, I was too busy to go into 8 hours of hard labor. But by golly, I found the time. My oldest son again. Oh, my youngest the other day got his voicemail. Hi, this is Ted. Your call is real important to me. Please leave a message. You have 30 seconds. That kid has never talked to me that nice in his whole life. Now I can't say what I really want to say. You bum. You gave me stretch marks all the way down to my knees, and you don't even have time to call your mother. So I say hi. This is Mom. Just wanted you to know that the doctor said he hopes everything's going to be okay. Now my oldest son, the loud one, my oldest son is really gone high tech. I called him the other day. Got his voicemail. It said, if this is Mom, press 1. If this is Dad, press 2. If it's anybody else, press 3. Well, I'm Mom, so I press 1. And then it said, for happy birthday, press 1. Happy anniversary, press 2. If I'm sorry, press 3. Well, I decided I was going to change my voicemail to the voice. So now when one of them calls, my voicemail says, if you still love your mother, press 1. If you think your mother still loves you, press 2. And if you need to borrow more money, press 911. I know that if my husband Hank would find himself single again in this lifetime, I know all those senior ladies would line up at our front door with their casserole. You've been there. I've read some of those personal columns. Recent widow. just buried her fourth husband, looking for someone to round out a 6-unit plot. Well, the one that read, I can remember Monday through Thursday. If you can remember Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, let's get together and make a week. Thank you, sir. Well, I want everybody to know that if I found myself single again in this lifetime, and I put an ad in the personal column, I would let the men know I was serious. My ad would read, beautiful female, rich, comes with a handicap parking sticker.